All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Lili. I'm a channeler also, and a psychic medium. I've done a couple of these with Tara. So I guess today we're going to speak to an Andromedan. And there's a wall of them actually in front of me. So they're ready whenever she is. Um, let's see.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. Who are we speaking with today?
Guru,
Okay. Okay. From which dimension?
you before, after, fifth dimensional.
Okay. So we actually have a few questions from everyone watching here today. Are you okay with answering the questions right now, or did you want to speak to us first?
Yes, yes, I listen, I answer.
Okay. First question. What do you do to pass time as an Andromedan?
Time is not of the essence. It is not something we worry about. So there's no focus, so to speak, on it. Therefore, it is only what is happening now, here, in the present. Me speaking to you. I am not worried what I will do afterwards. I'm not worried what I did beforehand. I am worried only about speaking to you now and as accurately and succinctly as possible. So there is no boredom to be had. There is no waiting. This is something that me, the others, do not have, is waiting. Waiting for what? If you want something, you make it happen right now.
Okay. Um, I have, well, my own question. I see 10 of you in front of me. Do you all hail from the same dimension, or are you popping in from different areas, different galaxies?
Hard to say, but I would say all from fifth dimension, but different aspects of the one that you speak to now. Aspects of my future self, my previous self, my lineage, all of us that came before, all of us now, and those that come after. This is the fifth dimension. It appears as though there is a past, present, and future standing before you, but really all is now. So there is no really future or past, just versions or energy of this and all that you see now.
Okay. I have another question from Shadowlands. What galaxy would a mermaid not from Earth be from?
One moment. Not so much a name that I can pronounce, but I could give you the numerical equivalent. 1138888.1333. This is the name. This is not residing in your third dimension. This is crossover, fourth dimensional. Exists, yes, but hard for you to see with third dimensional eyes.
Okay. It's funny because growing up in Haiti, we saw mermaids, and you would see one and she'd be in and out, in and out, in and out. So you're describing it perfectly. It's like almost between 4.5, and 5, almost.
It is the understanding that we gained here in the third dimension. Yes, all of us, whether you speak of this mermaid or you speak of us, we have been here before and we learned within this dimension how to access the portal within, that everything is astral or a dream, and therefore it can be anything you want it to be. So if I want to be visible to you, I could. If I want to be invisible to you, I could. Have I gone anywhere? No, I am right here.
Okay. Second question from Time Harvest. How long does one take to be completely in tune with your frequency, which is 344374? And why does it feel so hard to do it on this earth, which drags us down?
There is no time limit. It is different from being to being if they wish to access that frequency. That frequency is your death and rebirth. It's not to say that one must physically die, but to be in that energy between being born into this incarnation and exiting this incarnation and holding them in perfect balance, in harmony, understanding the joy in both and also the sorrow in both. And then in realizing that they just are. They are mirrors of each other. And so when you come to embrace this energy, you embrace our energy, as many of us are not only in positive polarity, but neutrality and perfect balance between light and dark, shadow and light, positive, negative, neutrality. And these are the greatest polarity separations in your life is death and rebirth. That is that number. If you can accept it and embrace it, that one cannot live, quote unquote, without the other, one cannot die without the other, then you have embraced our frequency. How long this takes you in linear time is not for me to say.
Okay, thank you. One question from Lilith Phoenix. Is the topography of this planet bigger than we were led to believe in school? And are mythical beings really real beyond the firmament that divides us from the rest of this planet?
First part of your question, the topography of the planet Earth. There are many parts or aspects of the Earth that are to remain hidden from, you might say, the general populace, that those who wish to control. This goes back many, many eons, even going back into, which you might say, the stone people time, when one wanted to gain power over another, having an innate understanding of the land in all its uses, not just its physical, but its energetic uses as well. If they could take this understanding and lord over others with it, they felt that much more powerful. But the thing is that everyone is connected. So the moment somebody learns something, you cannot keep it hidden from others for long. And so there are those who have connected to aspects of your earth, but you would not find it on any map. Some is far below the surface in your oceans or the dirt. Some of it is high above your surface and not on land or water at all. And some of it, yes, does reside on the water, on the land, that is kept hidden, but it cannot be hidden permanently, for you are a part of the planet itself as well. And if you wish to find these areas, you can, and many have, and many do live there, so they do know of it. And you ask of these mythical beings, the ones that are told and passed down in written and oral tradition, they all come from something that had occurred. So let's say with fairies, many would say that fairies are something but imagination. They are a part of tales and myths, but they are real beings. They may not look as they have been depicted, perhaps like your pixies, you might say, but they do exist. And many of the beings that are deemed mythical do exist, but perhaps not in the form that you might see them to exist. So, in connecting with those beings, all you need to do is set your intention and see what you can learn from each other. If you can think it, as they say, then it is true.
Okay, thank you. Um, so as you're speaking, now there's five of you. The the being in the middle is holding a lamp, but it's very, very bright, and they're indicating to me it has to do with the portal today or with the eclipse today. Could you speak more on that?
Yes, it is more, well, we should say layer upon layer. It is not the moon and the sun and the earth's involvement that create this portal. What you see as a lunar eclipse is merely something to wake you up, so to speak, that there is an energy that you created right now. It is as if you are sending you your own repeating number or feather or hummingbird to wake you out of your slumber, your waking slumber. So, yes, at this time, the veil between your waking world and your sleeping world is very, very thin, and it is thinning every day. And in our dimension, it is completely gone. We already see the multitude of paths that many of you have taken because of this portal. But I cannot tell you where it goes because that would interfere with your free will. So, if your dreams and your physical world were one and the same, what would you do? And focus on that today and moving forward and see how you can make that a reality. Because if it's real in your dreams, then the problem is only figuring out how to bring it into your waking world. It already exists.
It's funny because the next question kind of touches on that. So, Time Harvest asks, "What's the one advice you would give us that will completely change our life for the better?" So, I guess I don't know if that's the same answer you would give you just gave now, or you would kind of add to it.
I would add to it, yes. There is so much contrast in the third dimension, and this is why it has so much appeal. That for everything that we say is good on this planet, we can say that there are equally some things that are very bad. We can say that there is holy and there is evil, there is light and there is shadow, there is male and there is female, there is water and there is earth. So many beautiful contrasts. And it is not contrasted in a way that everyone should fight amongst each other, that the light should fight with the darkness, or that the water should fight with the land. But it seems that way on the outer surface. But if you were to look more deeply and see that the ocean needs something to encompass it, it needs the ocean floor, it needs its cliffs, it needs something to hold it. Otherwise, it would run until there was no more. You need shadow to see your light, to see how powerful you truly are. That if there is power in evil, then there is power in good as well. To see how, let's say, a man is raised, how a man thinks, how a man operates, how a man receives and gives, being so different from the female in their energies, your feminine and your masculine. They are not opposing, they are just mirrors of each other, and they need one another, just as the ocean needs the land, just as the sky needs the earth, just as light needs shadow, just as positive needs negative. If you can accept that all of these things are needed for your growth, that one is no better than the other, then, then portals, expansion, so much opens up for you. And if this is something that you are not ready to embrace in this lifetime, even in that, you are part of another contrast. and you are so needed at this time.
It's very beautiful. Um, we have another question from John. Can you tell us a tip for safely connecting to and exploring other beings in the cosmos?
Yes, just as I connect to you now, I do not need protection from you. Some might say, in perhaps a different dimension, usually the seventh, they might say you must protect yourself from the third dimension. They are heavy energies. They seek to bring you down. They seek to steal your energy and give you none in the process. That is one perspective. This is not so. So, when connecting to other beings, you must realize those other beings are you. If I were to say, want to protect myself from a third dimensional being, I have to ask myself, what do I fear about myself in the third dimension that I must protect myself from it? And what am I protecting myself from? From my growth? From seeing something that I don't want to see? From my own shadow? You must look it in the eye because those eyes are yours and it has much to teach you. And when you can use it as a learning aid instead of something to fear, well, then you are set free, my friend.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm being told that was the last question. Thank you for being with us today, and we'll see you hopefully soon.
Yara'a shirena koremia harimon ashama ashama ashama.
Welcome back.
Oh, oh,
Breathe.
I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah, okay.
The energy was so high. Walter has not moved. He's just like trying to ground us. It was just so like so nice.
Wow. I don't remember anything.
Okay.
um, I just remember, in fact, I don't even remember what the being looked like. I just remember how it felt.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I mean, I felt that there was a lot of beings. I
Hmm.
couldn't, I don't remember seeing them, or maybe I did and I
Okay.
just don't remember. But, um, and then it felt like, I don't know, it felt like if it was all of us that could be like condensed into one human being, like if you took
Mm.
every human being on the planet and you made them one human being, and, and then that human being was like the wisest thing that ever could happen. That was what
Mm.
that felt like.
Okay.
Like super super evolved and wise. If you took like all of the human race and condensed them into one, like that was interesting. Yeah.
Huh.
um,
Okay.
what did you think?
I don't know. It's just okay, so all I saw was 5 to 10 of them in front of me, and they had, one spokesperson, I believe Huru. Um
Mhm.
but there was also Thomas who was holding a light, and
Mhm.
then it was explained, well, I guess you can go back to watch, but it's just
Mhm.
they weren't really speaking as one. It was just more speaking in turn.
Yeah.
Like usually they would speak as one, but they were just kind of waiting for their turn, or just kind of like a whole crowd traveling together to speak to us today. So,
That
like their
kind of,
entourage, I guess.
yeah. I mean, that makes sense because it felt like I didn't, yeah, it didn't, I guess that's why I was saying, like, it kind of felt like the whole humanity came together to speak as
Mm,
one, but really it's them, which I guess is us. And I don't know. But yeah, it was like, it felt like different. like I thought it was the same being speaking differently, but I think
Hmm.
maybe it was just different beings
Mm.
speaking, but sort of as one ish.
But they're still
Wow.
around too, so they're just like, we're just
Yeah.
gonna hang around for a couple hours. I'm like,
Yeah, they're
okay.
like, we're just gonna be here in case you got some more questions, you know? Wow. Thank you so much for asking the questions, and thank you to everybody in the chat who was asking questions. I don't remember anything, so I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this and do my little editing that I do just to like, have an intro and outro. And then I will put this out tomorrow, Monday, so that everybody who missed the live chat can at least see this. But I like connecting to their energy. This one was definitely different than the
Hmm.
other like beings from Andromeda that I connected to. It felt like it's from the same place.
Hmm.
Just I don't know. It was a different connection this time, and maybe it's
It's just,
because the portal. I don't know.
yeah, it just felt like more, I would say less, I don't say less serious, less daunting maybe, because I
Hmm.
guess we're all the same now because there's literally no more veil. So
Hmm.
maybe that's why it felt different. Like there's nothing separating us from
Hmm.
them. They're literally just here.
Yeah, they're like,
So
hi.
I was like, hey, we're just gonna eat your,
Just hailing from
food.
Andromeda. How's it
Yeah.
going?
So yeah.
Well, thank you so much. And if anybody else in the future would love to be a guest interviewer, I would love to have you. I think that it's wonderful to have all these different perspectives, different questions, even the different energy that the different interviewers bring in. I think is wonderful because every energy that I connect to connects differently depending on the
Mhm.
person who's asking the questions or is connecting with them. So I think it's wonderful. I think it's I love it. So let's go ahead and continue this. If you guys have suggestions for future channelings, like I've said before, I have a whole running notepad, electronically speaking, on my phone of like every suggestion, every question that people have ever had is I just copy and paste and I just put it in there. And that's where I pull from to get my, well, I guess they're not really my ideas, then they're your suggestions. But that's what I pull from to do these channeling videos and for my patrons and my YouTube members to vote on for their exclusive channelings. And like I said, I think they voted on borderline personality disorder to kind of have a look into that and see it from a different perspective, different viewpoint. And so that'll be coming out soon, possibly next week. So thank you guys. You know that you can email me, Tara at kittensweightsandtarot.com. If you have suggestions and you missed the live chat or you don't have Instagram and you just want to message me, you can message me there. Also, if you would like to be a guest interviewer, you can do that as well. But thank you so much, Lili, for joining us and being a part of this. And we will catch you guys next time. Thank you.
Bye.